When it comes to Audi, it's all about the customer's experience. When a customer brings his or her vehicle to your dealer for service work, you want to provide the customer with a great impression of the brand and your service team. Often, the emphasis on delivering customer service focuses on things like a professional and courteous staff, a clean, welcoming environment, and quick service. And while these are all important and definitely contribute to a customer's first impression, there are also some other ways. You may not realize it, but even how you document repair orders and customer invoices can impact the customer's impression. Kundenbegeisterung. It's more than a word, it's our mission. By crafting every moment for Audi drivers of today and tomorrow, you create experiences that inspire delight. You are our competitive advantage. Together, we will be the #1 premium brand. We will transcend the machine and create lifelong fans of the four rings. With every mile, with every interaction, another Audi fan. Take a few minutes to become familiar with the KB tenets. Click Next to continue. Throughout this course, we'll talk about repair orders and customer invoices. And while many may say these two documents are the same, they are in fact different. Before we move on, let's take a brief look at these two distinct documents. Repair orders, or ROs, serve a critical role because they are the initial document in which the reason the service visit is captured. The customer typically signs this document to authorize the dealer to diagnose the vehicle. The technicians document diagnostic and repair information, typically on the back of the repair order. The customer invoice, on the other hand, is the final document that is provided to the customer. The service advisor creates it using repair order and subsequent technician notes. It summarizes the concern, the root cause, and the work performed on that service visit. It also indicates line item by line item whether or not the work was covered under warranty or if it was a customer pay situation. The two documents are connected. The final customer invoice should reflect the details of the repair order. Repair and diagnosis information should be accurately documented. Any inconsistencies between the two can create doubt in the eyes of the customer at the time of the repair as well as in the future, if questions should ever arise. Since repair orders and customer invoices end up in the hands of customers, when they are inaccurate, poorly written, or missing details, it can lead to a negative customer perception. Let's take a look at some of the ways this can impact customer perception. The customer may assume you were not listening to them or that the feedback they shared was not important. They may doubt the dealer's ability to correctly perform the repairs. They may incorrectly assume the dealer is hiding something, especially when it comes to customer pay repairs. And the customer might be uncertain of the cause of the vehicle concern and doesn't understand the repairs that were performed. All of these things can contribute to a negative customer perception. To help you avoid or minimize some of these and other negative customer perception issues, adapt strong, effective documentation practices. Consider RO documentation as part of a good customer communication strategy, one that starts with transparency, builds customer confidence, and ultimately inspires trust. Click on each element to the left to learn more. Strong RO documentation also helps within the dealership. The more information the service consultant captures related to the customer concern, the what, the when, the how, the easier it is for the technician to diagnose and repair the vehicle. Thorough documentation from the technician on steps taken to diagnose and resolve customer concerns makes it easier for the service consultant to create the customer invoice. And let's not forget, it can also help the warranty administrator with claim entry when the concern, cause, and correction are in the notes. In addition to the benefits we've covered for both dealer and customer alike, we must also consider one other important factor that underscores the need for adopting strong documentation practices, and that is the fact that the repair order and subsequent customer invoice become the record of the service visit, and they should be written with the expectation that both can be referenced in the future to get a complete understanding of the reasons for the service visit, diagnosis, and service performed. When it comes to adopting and reinforcing documentation best practices, everyone who works with a customer, whether it's directly or indirectly, plays a role. Let's take a look at a few key roles that have the greatest impact on the quality of repair order documentation. Explore each role by clicking on the tabs below. When you are finished, click Next to continue. You have now completed the first module. Before we move on to the next one, let's take a few minutes to recap. So far, we've covered the role that poor RO documentation can play in contributing to a possible negative customer experience. We've also looked at how adopting good RO documentation practices can improve customer satisfaction. And finally, we looked at the roles and responsibilities within the dealership when it comes to implementing and reinforcing strong documentation practices. Click to get started on the assessment. Good luck!